Hello, greetings to you. Hello. Hello and welcome to my live. Welcome to Contemporary Views. If you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Gillian and this is Contemporary Views. Yes. Contemporary Views is a platform where we talk about everything that is trending on social media. We talk anything newsworthy. We analyze news and then we take home lessons because I personally believe that you don't have to be a victim to learn. So just give me a moment to share my life. I'm sharing my life. Just give me a moment. There's something I want us to talk about. Things are happening, really. Things are happening and we need to be looking into these things and learning some things about everything that's happening. So I'd like for us to talk about the 17-year-old TikToker girl who was on the news last week. She was on the news. Hi there, you're welcome to my live. Thank you for joining. When you join, do well to like the video and subscribe if you have not done so. I need you to like the video. Click the like button. Like the video. Okay, I think I am almost done. All right. Hi there. When you join the live, do well to like the video. I need for us to discuss something very important because we as human beings, we live side by side each other and people do some crazy stuff that we need to look into these things. You know, you mustn't be guys, forgive me if I'm tilting towards this direction. That's because I have a camera here on YouTube and another one here on Facebook. So if I'm tilting this side, please bear with me. If I'm tilting this side, please bear with me. Hi there, you're welcome to my live. Where are you joining in from? Just as I was saying, there are certain things that happen amongst us human beings that we take lying low. So I'd want for us to talk about it. I want for us to talk about some of these things. I'm a little bit distracted because I'm still on to sharing my live. All right, you're welcome to my live. Where are you joining in from? As usual, it's an interactive show, okay? So you need to use the comment section. My name is Gillian. For those of you seeing me for the first time, my name is Gillian, and this is Contemporary Views. On Contemporary Views, we discuss trending issues. We discuss newsworthy issues. We discuss everything that is on the news. Dwayne Thomas, thank you for joining. You're joining in from North Carolina. Thank you so much, Dwayne. I think you are new here. My name is Gillian, and this is Contemporary Views. Guys, give me a moment. I need to take this call. Sorry for that interruption. Sorry, I'm so sorry for that interruption. That call was very important. I was waiting for the call. I needed to take that call before coming live, but that's okay now. Dwayne, thank you so much for joining. If you're joining in for the first time, do well to like the video and then share the live. If you've seen my face for the first time, my name is Gillian, and this is Contemporary Views. On Contemporary Views, we talk about trending issues. We analyze these issues, but we are a little bit different because we take some lessons home. Now we are going to be talking about a 17 years old TikToker. She was on the news last week. I actually did a video, but I could not post that video on time. And then when I finally managed to post that video, YouTube took down the video because of the scenes that were in the video. So I didn't want to edit the video and re-upload it. I was just waiting to, come live and talk about this. So guys, what actually happened is there is this 17-year-old girl. She's a TikToker. She's very famous. She has a huge following on TikTok, and she's making so much content. She's really famous. Now, the thing that made this young girl to be on the news is she prepared pepper soup for her ex, visited her ex, gave the pepper soup to her ex, and he ate it with some friends, and all of them, 5 of them in number, four of them in number, were all unalived by eating the pepper soup. So it is alleged that the pepper soup had stuff inside. Glitch, thank you for joining my live. Do well to like the video and do well to subscribe if you've not done so. Thank you so much. Now, just as I was saying, so that is why this young girl, she's only 17, that's why she was on the news the whole of last week. Now, here is the catch. Sometimes when we have children at home, they tend to see the kind of things that we do, but then they don't get to learn because they've not lived long enough to learn from the things that they feel they are involving themselves into. When I say that dating is not for children, it is because that is so. It is because that is true. Dating is not for children. Children have no business dating. In as much as we like copying the Western world, because from say 13, 14, their parents start allowing them to mix up, they start allowing them to bond, but they are being supervised. But in the case of the children in Africa, it is not the same. I see children of say 15, 17, they get into full-fledged relationships. By the way, some of our cultures in Africa permit children of even 12 years to get married. I mean, both boys and girls. Mostly the people of the Islam religion, they really get married very early. I mean, the teenage girls, say girls of 12 years, 15 years, 18 years, or even younger, they marry them off. So I want to believe that if girls of that age can get into marriage, their counterparts now who are not bound by such religions will see that since this one is actually getting married, I could even date since I can't marry. So now that's the thing. But these children, they lack that maturity, they lack that emotional intelligence to be able to manage relationships, because a relationship is made up of at least two persons. There's going to be trouble in that relationship. The challenge that you will have as an individual is to be able to manage or to compromise with whoever you are in a relationship with. But children of today, I think they lack that emotional maturity to be able to manage their relationship in a sane way. Why am I saying all of this? Is because I am building a foundation for you to understand why a child of 17 would have fallen prey, would have made such a huge mistake because I want to believe that it is a mistake. Now that she's on a life, 4 persons, and then she's facing the consequences, she has become wiser. But if she knew this before now, I want to believe that she wouldn't chose the route to unalive people just because she was angry. Now your anger lasts only for a couple of seconds, couple of minutes. It ranges from people to people. But no matter how angry you are, I don't think that's enough reason for you to unalive anybody in this world. It doesn't really make sense. Just because you're angry, the world doesn't need to stop. Just because you're angry, people don't have to be unalived. So it really doesn't make sense. There's a huge play of emotional intelligence, the lack of emotional intelligence in this case. Now, it is said that the girl broke up with her boyfriend. The question I asked, she was only 17. How long have they been dating? How much experience as a lady does she has? How much experience as a person in relationship? What does she even know about relationship? Right up to the level that they date until they have to break the relationship, they have to break up, and then they now move apart from each other, but still like struggling to keep friendship or something. Now, that's particularly what I want you to understand, to know. The basis of this video is for us to be able to identify some of the things you should not even do, all right, after relationships. First of all, if her relationship with her boyfriend was so rosy, they will not even break up. They will stick together. They will be in love. They will still be running things, the both of them. But now that she decided to up and leave, or the guy decided to up and leave, it means that there is a problem. What is the problem? I will just leave it at the level of lack of compatibility. They were no longer compatible. In marriages, you say unresolved differences. Yes. So there was that unresolved differences that made her to leave that relationship. Now, this is the catch. We have children who are grown-ups, who can manipulate electronic devices. They have their phones, they have their TVs, some of them even have computers. They go there and watch movies, they learn crazy things on the internet. Now, this is what some of us did not have when we grew up. At 17, the internet was not very common, it was not very accessible, it was not very available. Even if you had the money to pay for it, it was not very available for people my age when we were 17. But it is different now. The dispensations have changed. So I want to believe that parenting to at this level should change. They should not just leave children act on what they want. You know, people in general, humans in general, they learn by seeing. They are visual beings. They get to see a lot. When they see, they learn many things from what they see. It is even easier for people to learn something when they look at it. That is why when you go to learn a trade, a vocational trade, you get to watch your boss or your teacher do what you're supposed to be doing. You know, humans are very visual beings, and they learn what seeing. When they see, they copy fast, they learn fast. Now, children are exposed to all kinds of contents. What can you say about a girl who decides to unalive somebody by dropping substances into their food and watching them eat that food? Where did she learn that thing from? Where did she get that mind from? Probably she would have seen it in a movie. Probably she would have had a friend talk to her. I don't want to believe that maybe an adult will advise her to do so. Probably she would have heard an adult saying that, and then she copied it, she kept it in her mind, she made a plan, and then decided now to go orchestrate that plan. So, in as much as our dispensations have changed, so are the minds of our children, so are the kind of content they watch, and so are our parents. Parenting should change as well. That's just to fit in. That's just to fit in. Now she's only 17. Only 17. She's responsible for unaliving 4 people. She's been arrested. She's been locked up. She's been tried, and now the verdict is out, and she has 24 years. Let's do the mathematics. 24 plus 17, 34, 41. So she'll leave prison at the age of 41. That would mean that she will lose her entire youthful life. She'll lose out of her entire youth. She'll come out as, she'll go in as a girl and live as a woman. That will not be justice for her at all. But now let's go back to what actually happened. She unalived 4 persons. This means that she is not even fit to live among people, because you get angry with someone, you don't manage your anger, you go as far as acting upon your anger, and you don't do something, you don't report this person, you don't fight this person, you go straight for that person's life. Now, you don't need a prophet to tell you that this person is not fit to live among people. I watched a video where someone was blaming her parents. Now, this is what I have to say. In as much as her parents could be blamed, but I do not blame her parents. Nobody has monopoly of knowledge. Nobody has monopoly of parenting. Nobody has what works for you might not work for this person. We all live in different backgrounds, different places. Some people live in the ghetto, some people live in the finer parts of town. Life is not the same for everybody. So you cannot have a particular manual that can work for everybody. It's not. Guys, sorry there. Sorry. Guys, I need to take. Guys, I ordered something and it's supposed to be delivered any moment, so I was taking the call to give directions, to confirm directions. So like I was saying, I wouldn't place blame on her family, because in as much as they're supposed to be responsible for her, I don't think they were aware of her intentions. Imagine she thought of what she was going to do as punishment for this boy leaving her. She thought about it. Then she came out eventually with a plan. She went to the market and bought all the items she needed for her plan. Of course, you may even be surprised that she initiated the visit. Oh, I made some pepper soup. Can I bring some for you? Okay, yes. And then she takes the pepper soup to him. So it means that it was a premeditated crime. It's something that she thought about it for a while, made that plan, and then put the plan to motion, made whatever she was making, put whatever she put inside, and then looked for an avenue to serve this person. And when she served, the ate, the rest was history. She had gone. The question I want to ask right now: why will you separate from someone you were dating and then come back to the level where that person cooks food for you? Some people play with their lives. They joke with their lives. They don't take their lives seriously. Some relationships end in peace. Most relationships do not end in peace. So if you have separated from someone, I want to believe that you should be careful of that person. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that. It didn't work out. You had differences. That is why you separated in the first place. Were those differences deleted? The differences, I guess, were still there. That is why the two of you could no longer be together. You need to consider that there was a difference before you separated. And when you actually separated, you should have stayed separated. I am not suggesting that when relationships don't work, people still can relate, people still can be friends. But in all honesty, deep down in you as a human being, when you separate from someone because you don't agree on something, you may fully not be happy about it. The problem with us humans is we lie to ourselves. You can lie to everyone, but the one person you can't tell a lie to is your very own self. You know very well that there's that small anger somewhere you have against somebody, but you would see that person and smile and you laugh and you behave like all is well. No, we have to start checking some of these things. In the young man's mind, he has moved on. From what the story is saying, he even had his new girlfriend in his house that day. So she too ate from that pepper soup and was also unalived. It is the courage for me. It is the courage for me. Say the guy is 24 years old. At 24, you date a lady, you break up with the lady, you move on so fast, you take in another one, you make the other one cook for the both of you. Ask him, who are you? Now look at how it all ended. I feel bad that it ended like that. Look at the position where they have kept their parents for their ages. I want to believe that both parents should still be alive. Yes. And now your parents give birth to you, raise you up to 17, 18, 20, 24, and then you unalive yourself and leave them after all the efforts they have made to groom you, after all the efforts they have made to raise you. Every parent, the dream of every parent is for them to birth their children, raise these children up, and for these children to take care of them in their old age before they leave this world. But now that order has changed in so many families. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't sit well. Some people say that punishment of 24 years is too much. Others say that she should have been given life. To me, I believe that every person deserves a second chance. But her crime is just so dangerous for someone to want to consider a second chance for somebody like her. It is inevitable she must serve her sentence. But after that, what next? Her entire youth has been stolen away from her, has been taken away from her. Her life can never be the same again. No way. Her life can never, ever be the same again. Now, one question I have in mind, I've been wondering how she even sleeps at night, knowing that you unalive someone that you had loved in the past. You have shared beautiful moments with. You managed to unalive someone like that. How do you even sleep? The other people who were with the guy, it's unfortunate they were there, Maybe she didn't have personal relationships with these people. That is different. But the person she had relationship with, she had spent good time with. How does she put one and one together to make two? How? Now her freedom has been taken away. This young man's life has been taken away, and the other three at just 17. At just 17. You know, girls of this generation, I don't really know what is even wrong with them. 17, what business do you have with a man? Right up to the extent that he leaves you and then you decide to unalive that man. What did I really want to know what that guy did to him, to her. I really wanted to know what he did. Is it just for ordinary breakup? Is it just for cheating? Or for what exactly? What was so painful that this guy did to her? When they say dating is not for children, they mean it. It is not for children. Children lack the mental capacity to handle dating. I want to believe that if it was a lady in her 20s, in her 30s or 40s, she will not resort to deleting someone just because of breakup. She will not do that. You take away the life of someone, a life you cannot even create. You take it away just because he left you. That's high level lack of emotional intelligence. She cannot even control herself. She cannot even control her desires. She lacks self-control. Now look at how everything has turned out. She no longer has freedom. Even if she's free tomorrow, will she be able to live with the stigma of what she did? Forever, her life has changed. Forever, ever, her life has changed. It is never going to be well for her. It is never going to be okay for her. It is never, ever going to be fine. Even if she tries to make amends, she already unalived four people. Four people. How is she going to make amends? Where is she going to begin from? I, for one, I believe in second chances. But then, unaliving people, there's just that fear that if she's been released again to society, she might just still do what she already did. So I think that the correctional facility she's been sent to, she deserves to be there. They've given her 24 years. Some people say that 24 years is small, that they should have given her more, and that they should have judged her based on the number of people. That means her sentences, normally if they have given her 24 years imprisonment, she should have 24 for times 4 for the 4 persons. But I believe that's a little bit too much. What am I even saying? Too much for unaliving people? Fact is, her life is never going to be the same again. So I urge you out there to take care of your children. Be mindful of the friends they keep. Be mindful of the things they do. For those of you in relationships and you break up with your partners, be careful the way you deal with them. Even if you want to be close to them, be mindful of the fact that you separated from a relationship, and that's because you two did not agree, or you two could not agree on something. So have that at the back of your mind when you go on to deal with people that you have past relationships with. In the past, I used to ask this question: what is the opposite of love? It's hate. To me, I think it's hate. And the line separating these two is very thin. It is very possible for you to love somebody to death and also hate that same person to death. So have that at the back of your mind when next you think you want to have dealings with your exes. Be smart to know that they could be dangerous at that point. As always, I don't know what your thoughts are, but I would like to read your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this matter? A 17-year-old TikToker goes to jail for 24 years because she unalived 4 people. Why did she unalive 4 people? Because her boyfriend broke up with her, took another girl in. She prepared pepper soup, put in substances in the pepper soup and fed it to her boyfriend and his friends. And all of them were unalived. So what are your thoughts about this? Girls of this generation, be mindful of the things you do. Watch it. Life doesn't end after breakup. If a man leaves you, move on. Pick the pieces of your heart and move on. Do you have to go to jail because a man left you? Psychologically, you should be ready for relationships before you get into relationships, all right? Because it has to do with self-management. Nobody is going to come into your relationship to tell you how to manage yourself. You will be able to do so before you get into it. So as always, I need you to tell me what your thoughts are on this topic. Thank you all so much who watched me live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Facebook, and see you on my next live. Thank you, YouTube, and see you on my next live.